Our recruitment needs have been quite challenging in recent years. We're a school in suburban London, and there's not a great supply of high quality NQTs, and we've struggled to get people through the door in recent years. I think the advantage of looking overseas it opens up a whole new market, and teachers become available not just from within your locality, but in different places across the world. The most important thing about the London experience is that you get that face-to-face contact with a prospective teacher, and it's really useful to spend a whole day getting to know a teacher, seeing them in the classroom environment, looking at how they interact with children and staff in your setting. And it's really important that you have that time to assess whether that person would be a suitable match for your school, and just as importantly, your school a suitable match for that person. The London experience is very well organised, and I think we have an opportunity to look at different CVs of teachers and to try to work with our consultant to bring in the right sort of teachers for our setting and for our particular school. I think if schools were to take a London experience teacher and bring them in for the day into your school, one of the most important things is planning, that you plan your day effectively. Communicate your expectations both to your consultant and to your teacher. It's always so important to see a teacher plan and teach a lesson. You might want a teacher to teach from your school's planning, or you might want them to come pre-prepared with a lesson that they've already planned. And I think those expectations prior to the day are very, very important. It's also important to plan things that show off your school. So a tour with some children in your school for the prospective teacher will give them a really good chance to meet your students and to see your school at its best. Generally, our London experience teachers have settled in very well. I think you have to be understanding, realistic, in that often these teachers are coming from a different country, into a different environment, into a school system that they may have very little knowledge of, and the prior training provided by consultant and career teachers is vitally important. I think the teachers that we've had have settled very well into their accommodation, into their communities. Again, planning is very important because you need to know what good transport links your school has and make sure that journey times aren't too long. And if you can do those sorts of things and support your teachers effectively, you'll get very good outcomes, and we've had some excellent teachers through this process. I would recommend the London experience to other schools. It's a very thorough process, right from the point of receiving CVs and starting to look at the characteristics of a teacher that you might want to look at for your school. It's a very well planned experience, and very, very important again is the dialogue with your consultant. Your consultant will know your school and will know the sorts of teachers that are effective and work well in your school. I think the opportunity to have a candidate in your school for the full day is a huge advantage, and you can make sure that as far as possible your school gets a really good match with a good teacher, and your teacher gets a good match with a good school.